Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I present to you a full gym guide, everything you need to know from A to Z. And this video is pretty much summed up on my 4 years of knowledge. And quick reminder, I want to tell you this quickly before we start. This whole video took me an hour to make, and I have a course that you can join right now. I have 7 spots left for $49, and the course will take me 10 hours to make minimum. And I also do one-to-one coaching if you're interested, right? Just DM me on Instagram. But let's get started. So, I started the journey off like this, right? Chubby, fat, no arms, no muscle, just there. This was me after like a year of lifting in the gym. And then I transformed into this handsome young fella, which gets all the girls. I started making money from my business, which is amazing. Today, I'm so grateful that I actually made a change, and I hope you'll make a change too. So, I want to say this. I built an aesthetic body that gave me the confidence to attract beautiful women in my life, feminine as well, not like these ghetto whores, right? And by the way, girls slide into my DMs. I also want to say this. Once I built this body, I didn't get picked on by anyone, and I won't. And if I do, I know how to fight, because I did boxing and BJJ for a long enough time to know how to fight, right? And I also get respect from everyone I meet in real life. Obviously not social media, because I get hated on, which is funny. And I'll put up a video on here. But I also got respect from pro athletes, which is pretty amazing, right? But before we get started, the gym changed my life, and it will change yours too. I got the confidence, I got the respect. I don't know what else I got. I also got money from this shit, but you don't have to start business. You can just start this to get girls. And I see many people, they're like, oh yeah, I started going to the gym to get girls, and the only thing that I got was attention from guys, and muscle doesn't even matter. Only height matters, and being confident, and the way you look. Which, the way you look is important, but building an attractive body, which I will teach you how to do, is single-handedly the most important thing you can do, right? The people that say, yeah, bro, girls only care about height and your personality, are the people that went to the gym, but they didn't build an aesthetic body. Which is not what we want to do, right? Because there's a big difference you can make. You can either make an aesthetic body to attract girls or women, or you can build, like, there's the difference. There's male gaze and female gaze. We'll go over this in a video. So yeah, before we even start, yes, you're going to get body dysphoria. If you don't know what body dysphoria is, you're going to feel small. If you're only starting out, you're probably not going to see any progress in the first 3 months because you're going to be a fucking retard. You don't know how to lift, but this video is made so you kind of understand the gist of things, right? Yes, 80% of people that you know in real life will think you took steroids only if you lock in and actually dedicate yourself. Yes, working out hurts. And yes, you're going to have to eat healthy. There's no going around this. You can't train like a bitch, and you can't train out of pain. And you're going to have to eat healthy food. You can't just fast food your way out of this. But one more quick reminder. If you consume knowledge and you don't take any action, nothing will change in your life. Same principle goes for everything. If you only consume knowledge about business and you don't actually take action, nothing will change. If you only consume knowledge about the gym and you don't take action, nothing will change. What's the point of having all the information in the world if you're not going to make a difference? Follow me on Instagram, it's BartekBra, and there's also going to be the link in the description, and so is the link to my community, and so is the link to my course, right? Right now it's $49, it will be $100, I have 7 spots left, so yeah, make sure to join, and you can DM me on one-to-one coaching on Instagram, right? But if you can't watch this full video, you're not going to achieve anything in life, bro. This is a full guide from A to Z that I've made, that everything you need to know from A to Z, right? From starting to whatever, right? There's no end goal. It's everything that you need to know. But if you can't watch this whole fucking video, like, good luck to achieve anything in life. But let's get started. The first thing that I want you to do, like, first we're going to target a mindset, and then the rest of the video, right? The mindset that you need to have, you need to find a fucking goal. Because I see so many people, like, out of my 4 years of lifting, I've seen so many people come and go and leave the gym. Some of them stayed, some of them left. Some of them made progress, and some of them didn't make any progress. And some of them made progress and then fell off and then had to go back. And the reason is because they didn't have a fucking goal to aim for, right? And this is exactly why I want you to find a piece of paper, write down on a pen, My goal is to build a 10 out of 10 body and stick it up on your fucking wall. This is very important because it digs into your subconscious mind. We'll go over this in the next slide, but my goal was to build a 10 out of 10 body to get bitches. And I have done that. So, make your goal, create a goal. It doesn't have to be to get bitches, but just make a goal, right? I have the confidence to say, yeah, I went to the gym to get bitches. Many people don't. So, yeah, let's go into this. In the book Psycho-Cybernetics, which is actually a book that I'm in the process of reading, which is fucking amazing because it's apparently like the Bible of self-help, or self-improvement, whatever, or success. Pretty much, our subconscious mind works like a guided missile. Imagine this. You are a guided missile and your target is to hit this perfume bottle. And you're a missile, right? The way that you adjust is go here, oh, failure. Go here, psh, oh, failure. Oh, psh, psh, psh. And then boom, you hit it. That's the same way that our subconscious mind works. We have a goal. Our goal is to build a 10 out of 10 body. Same way that you're going to try hit this. And when you put this goal into your subconscious mind by putting it on a piece of paper and sticking it up on your wall so you see it every day, and not only this, but every single morning that you wake up, I want you to write down, my goal is to build a 10 out of 10 body. My goal is to build a 10 out of 10 body. Because there's something special. As soon as you wake up, Albert Einstein talked about this. I'm not the person that you got the information from because sadly I didn't come up with this. I'd love to, but pretty much you pick up something, right? And 15 minutes, you try fall asleep, but you stick your hand out, and then it will drop, and then it will make a noise, and then you will wake up. And that's the point where your mind fell asleep, but then it woke up as soon as it dropped. And that's when you have superpower abilities, right? And that's when something special happens in your mind, and you can dig into your subconscious. That's pretty much when your subconscious mind is alive and you can reprogram yourself. And that's when I want you to tell yourself that I want to build a 10 out of 10 body. I will build a 10 out of 10 body. And also another thing, in the Way of the Superior Man is also another book that I've read, and it was fucking amazing. It teaches you about masculinity, but pretty much, I want you to discover your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, you're probably going to drift through life, it will say here. You're going to drift through life without knowing your purpose. And your purpose now, I've made it clear. Your purpose now is to build a 10 out of 10 body. My purpose now is to help others build a 10 out of 10 body. Right? And it's also a part of my goal to achieve financial freedom. But that doesn't mean I can't help others. But my purpose right now is to help others build a 10 out of 10 body. But you should never put anything above your purpose. Oh, this was yesterday. I could have met I probably can meet a bitch today, but I prefer not to. And it's early enough that if I record this video, I can meet a bitch. But this was yesterday, and I could have met a bitch yesterday, but no, I decided to record this presentation and this whole thing. But quick reminder, this video should have been up on YouTube already. But yesterday I recorded this whole video, but it turns out I needed to buy Canva Business because the video was longer than 30 minutes, so I couldn't download it. And then that's fine and dandy because there's a free trial, right? But guess what? I accidentally clicked cancel and the whole video presentation got fucked up and I couldn't upload it, which is sad. But it's fine because I added some extra slides into this presentation, which gives you even more information. So yeah. So discover your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, discover it now. And there's also, if you find the girlfriend is going to hold you back from achieving your purpose because chances are you don't know about masculine and feminine energy. So you're going to be feminine in the relationship because you got brought up by your mother, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's get into the next slide. I'm not going to read this. You can just pause the video and read it quickly. I'm guessing you did. Obsession beats talent. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's the same way that Ronaldo surely is talented, right? But he also was obsessed. And he kept hustling every single day. Boom, 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 doing drills, doing sit-ups, doing whatever, right? And he eventually became the GOAT of football. I think Messi is better because he has, that's just my opinion, right? But whatever. So I want you to start obsessing over building a 10 out of 10 body and start obsessing over the gym. Only watch videos on YouTube about the gym, on TikTok, on Instagram, but be careful because some people may want you to build the male gaze physique, which we'll go over. But the female gaze physique is a lot different. And it's the difference between attracting women with your physique and looking big and scary and getting respect from men. So I want you to only watch stuff about the gym. On YouTube, only consume gym knowledge. On TikTok, on Instagram Reels, whatever you see that's not gym related, click not interested. Unless it's funny and you want to laugh at it, then sure, fine. Give it a like, comment, whatever. But if it's only consume knowledge that's about gym. Because I want you to get obsessed. Yeah, I've explained this. And a way that you can make yourself more, like, make your gym progress seem more impressive to others that you meet in real life that you want to impress. Maybe it's a girl, maybe it's someone else. Is say that, oh yeah, like downplay everything that you've done. Yeah, bro, I only work out like 2 times a week, even though you're locked in and you've been locked in for 2 years. You know, going 5 times a week, never skipping a meal, nothing. But yeah, bro, I just work out 2 times a week. Oh my god, no way, your genetics are insane. He's like, yeah, you know. But what are the most attractive muscles? Right? There's a difference between the male gaze and the female gaze. I've actually, in my course, I'm going to go over this a lot more, but I just didn't today. Maybe I'll record a video in the future explaining exactly the difference between female gaze physique and male gaze physique and what makes a physique like sexy. But I'm going to go over the 7 most attractive muscles that you can build as a man to get female attention. And it is the neck, upper traps, the side of the delt, your upper chest, your lats, your abs, and your bicep. And like something about this makes yourself subconsciously attracted to a woman. Like it's digging a subconscious. It's because it builds you the V taper, not a Y taper, which is like this, but a V taper, right? And it like you don't need to have money, you don't need to have height, you don't need to have looks. As long as you have this body type, you will be attractive. Your breath can smell, you can stink, but as long as you have this, you'll actually attract women. And you may be wondering to yourself, why? Why is this? Well, it's because think about this. If you see a girl with big boobies and a big ass and a small waist in like a tight dress, like most guys would still want to fuck her. 80% of guys will still want to fuck her. You want to know why? I don't know. It's like in your subconscious, it's your animal mind. Like even if her breath smells, even if she has a mid face, you may not want to admit this, but you still will, you know? If she was bent over in front of you, fuck her, you know? But yeah, let's go over the male, like this is a male gaze physique. It's like making yourself look scary and like just appear as a threat. And it's like this is what will get you respect from most men, right? And then there's a female gaze. This is like looking sexy. Obviously some girls will prefer for you to look like this rather than this, and some like yeah, whatever, right? And it also depends on how old you are. If you are a teenager, like from 14 to 18, right? There's gonna be like a big difference between this and like a skinny TikTok boy, right? But like I understand this, but I'm setting myself up to look like this. Like I want to be 90 kg lean. Right now I am 90 kg. I'm like 92 kg, but I'm not exactly lean. I just have muscle, right? So I need to cut, but I'm not gonna cut because right now I'm bulking to build more muscle and then I can cut. Which is something that I want you to do as well. Like you may think, yeah, bro, I need to cut. You actually don't. You need to put on more size. But if you're like a teenager, right, you're gonna want to be lean and aesthetic, like skinnier. You can be 70 kg lean or 65 kg lean. But as long as you're lean, you're gonna be attractive, right? But as soon as you get older, into your 20s, mid 20s, 30s, when you become more of a man, that's when you want to look more like this rather than skinny TikTok boy. So yeah, sign up to a real gym, not some stupid fitness center, but a gym. The more old school the gym, the better. For instance, I've been to all the gyms in my city, and there's only 2 that are like the old school gyms. And every single one of them, you train way better than like the fitness centers. In the fitness center is like the Instagram, it's like the ones that you can post on Instagram and it looks aesthetic. Don't go to them. Go to like the old school bodybuilder gyms because they have better machines, they have better people to speak to, and it's just better to work out there. Because like everyone there trains like a maniac, and if you don't train like a maniac, everyone's gonna think you're a bitch, and you don't want to be a bitch, pretty much. And sure, you can work out at home in calisthenics, but you're not gonna build a 10 out of 10 aesthetic body. You'll build a body and you'll get strong, but you won't build a 10 out of 10 aesthetic body. This is important. You want to become the social guy inside your gym. Pretty much, you want to speak to everyone inside your gym, get to know everyone, and you'll automatically have more status. When a girl speaks to you, you just be like someone's walking past and you're speaking to a girl and you say, "Yo, what's up?" And then like go back to the conversation, you're gonna have more status because you appear to know everyone and everyone appears to know you. And funny thing, you can pretend to know everyone and everyone will think that you know everyone. That's how human beings work, right? And it's the same way that we fall asleep and it's the same way that we become rich. We pretend to fall asleep and then we fall asleep. We pretend to be rich and then we be rich, right? We pretend to know everyone and then we know everyone. You want to act like you know everyone. Every single person that you speak to, just dab them up. Say hi, what's up? Like, what are you training today? You know, just speak to them. And honestly, it's so fun speaking to people in the gym because everyone in today's day and age is so like, how can I say this? So detached from reality. We're all on our phones. We're all on our phones constantly. You know, like not speaking to human beings. But that's the bad thing. Like we're not speaking to human beings, and it's like everyone is so lonely nowadays. There's like a statistic that 50% of like men haven't like spoken to a girl or cold approached a girl, which is fucking awful. I speak to girls on a daily basis, like girls that I don't know. I just speak to them on a daily basis because, like, I don't know. I've just started to speak to everyone in the gym, and that gave me the confidence to speak to everyone. But pretty much everyone is so depressed and like depressed now. Oh, I just said that twice. But everyone is so depressed and lonely and like not smiling. So be the reason people smile. Speak to everyone. Give a smile on your face. Give good energy to everyone and the whole world. And the whole world will give good energy back to you. And also, God created us to be human, like tribe creatures, not to be lonely and depressed. So yeah. This will also improve your social skills so you can eventually walk up to your future wife and actually make her your future wife and not someone else's future wife. Because chances are the girl that you want to marry, other guys want to marry her too. What? No way. Yes. There's going to be competition. And do you want someone more jacked, more handsome, and more lean, and more built than you, more confident, approach your future wife, or would you rather it be you and you be the more jacked, more confident version of you? Exactly. So that's why you're going to prepare yourself to learn to speak to your future wife. In the gym, speak to everyone. And yeah, when you speak to everyone, eventually you'll find someone that you click with. And the person that you click with is going to be your future gym bro. For me, I've had 2 gym bros, which are amazing, and the rest of the people are just fine. I've just recently spoke to someone yesterday, and he's actually pretty cool, and I'm going to train with him today and see how it goes. And yes, from speaking to everyone in my gym, I spoke to him, and boom, I'm going to work out with him tomorrow. You can do this, bro. You can get to know someone, laugh, make jokes, get to know each other, and be like, yo, by the way, I'm training this tomorrow. Do you want to come join me? He either says yes or no. And if he says no, and so what? You're going to go train it tomorrow either way. And if he says yes, then cool. You have a gym partner that you can train with. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a guy that you eventually click with and you make jokes. And make sure this guy or you, like, motivate him to do more reps. Like, call him a bitch when he's being a bitch. Like, tell him he has more reps left when he has more reps left. I personally thought that working out by yourself is pretty important, but it turns out working out with someone makes you, like, gives you so much more gains. I actually experienced this here. Here I found my second gym bro, which was amazing. And I made this progress in only 2 months. And I also, like, 30x per day in here, which is also why this happened. And I also got accused of steroids constantly because of the progress that I made in 2 months. But yeah, I'll teach you how to do that eventually. But we're going back to this. Oh, wait. Is that enough? Yeah, just finding a gym bro is crucial. It's like if you don't have a gym bro, you're going to make 30% less gains. And work out with a gym bro that has like relatively the same strength as you or the same mindset. Like, if your gym bro knows you're going for 10 reps, you want to take his soul, you want to go for 12. You want to have this David Goggins inside you, want to have this dog inside you, right? And me, personally, I don't take advice from anyone that doesn't go to the gym, is not jacked, and doesn't have their dog inside them. If they don't have any of them things, I don't take advice from them, and you probably shouldn't either. But just starting off, if you're a complete beginner and you've never been inside the gym, just ask ChatGPT for a workout plan. It's probably going to, ask him to create your workout plan that targets specifically these muscles and build you an attractive physique. Like, tell that to ChatGPT and it will probably give you a good fucking workout plan. But if you've already been going to the gym, and you already know what exercises you like and you know what exercises you feel the most in each certain muscle group, then stick to them. That's what I do, because I personally couldn't give a fuck about the most optimal exercises or whatever. I just do whatever is fun. And if I do whatever is fun, I can stick to this shit for 10 years. Like, I wouldn't stick to working out for 4 years if I didn't find it fun, you know? Obviously, at some point, it wasn't fun. I had to, like, power through it and use discipline. But I don't have to anymore because I know what's fun and I do what's fun, you know? Like, being fun is the most important thing in your life. You'll learn this eventually in the future, right? Whatever you want to do and whatever you find fun is the most important thing in life. Like, you know, there's people that need to like discover the purpose of life. What's the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to have a smile on your face and to be happy and to have fun. And the way you're gonna have fun is by doing something that you like to do and have fun, you know? I'm so sweaty right now. I need to open my window. I've been sweaty for like 5 minutes and I don't feel comfortable. Fuck. But yeah, we're going back. Yeah, whatever. All right. Oh yeah, if certain exercises aren't optimal but you don't like to do them, then don't do them. Only do the exercises that you like to do that you find fun. You know what I mean? As I said, going to the gym should be fun. If it's not fun, you're doing something wrong. So change whatever you're doing wrong. Maybe it's the gym that you go to. Maybe you don't like going to a certain gym. I had this. I like kind of stopped liking going to the gym. I had two phases like this. When I was working out in my garage, like I started off working in my garage when I was young. Then I went to a real gym, and then from a real gym, I went back to my garage. And when I went back to my garage, I didn't enjoy working out. I couldn't finish my workouts, and it's because I didn't like working out by myself or in a garage. And then I went to a real gym, and I started finishing my workouts. I started enjoying working out, and that's exactly like what is the point of this fucking thing? Is to make sure you have fun. A way you can do this is to create a playlist that you only listen to at the gym. For me, I think I may have dyslexia. You see, I have so many spelling errors, but it's fine. Oh shit. Create a playlist that you only listen to at the gym. For me, it's like Dark Triad, Black Pill music, White Girl hard mixes, hard tech. You will see the type of music that I like to listen to on my Instagram. It's like I create Instagram reels with the music that I like because I find it fun. And it's something that I saw with a person that dropped me off home the other day, right? He only listens to a certain type of genre in the gym. And then let me explain the like reasoning behind this. I do this because as soon as I hear any hardstyle remixes, hard tech remixes, any Dark Triad music, anything with bass that just kicks, I instantly want to work out. Like it's digged into my mind that if I hear this type of music, I want to do push-ups. I wouldn't work out. You know? And I want you to do the same thing. Maybe it doesn't have to be this type of music. Maybe it can be like, I don't know, instrumental or whatever. Just a certain type of genre that you only listen to when you work out, you know? And as well, buy a good pair of headphones. Speaking of headphones, I brought a pair of headphones like 4 days ago, and they're coming today, which is amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited to give them a try. So yeah, I hope they are good. Apparently they are good. I saw reviews on TikTok about them, which they should be good. So, what you should spend your money on in the gym, because if you want to like, you know, yeah. Let's start off with information. One, courses, coaching. I have a coach myself, and that's why I found it so important. Because I made insane progress in 12 weeks. You can see on my Instagram the progress that I made in 12 weeks. It's probably somewhere. If not, I'll upload it. In 12 weeks, because I got myself a coach, right? Courses as well. I've brought courses on the gym, and I will carry on to do so because I love the gym. I love getting information in the gym. And yeah, and books. I have like 3 books. I didn't pay for them, but it's like 3 PDF downloads that you can download and read books. And it's information. Buying information and investing in yourself is single-handedly the best thing you can do with your money. Second off, gym clothes. You can take 2 routes, right? You can either go with a gym influencer, like buy Under Armour or whatever, like these polyester stuff, or you can buy 100% cotton t-shirts, which is what I do because cotton t-shirts are healthy and polyester is not healthy because it puts plastic inside you. And if you don't know, plastic is bad. It decreases testosterone, and microplastics inside your body act as estrogen, which is bad. Same with perfumes, by the way. Be careful when you spray your perfumes because they absorb like this hormone into your skin, and the hormone acts like estrogen inside your body. So yeah. Accessories. Headphones, as I said before. Wrist wraps. Wrist wraps aren't important until you get heavy. You know what I mean? Until you get stronger and the weight can actually injure yourself. Elbow wraps, same thing. Also, you can get like knee sleeves when you're doing squats. Lifting straps. Lifting straps are pretty important. When you're training back, I only feel the difference when I'm doing lat pull downs and T-bar rows. That's the only time I feel the difference with lifting straps. Without them, I don't like. If I'm doing different exercises, I don't really feel a difference. Probably if I'm doing deadlifts as well, because I get to like pick up a heavier weight without like focusing on grip. And with barbell rows too, I reckon it will be a lot better with barbell rows. Supplements. There's only a couple supplements that I recommend. Protein powder only if you're not getting your protein in. Like if you struggle to get your protein in throughout the whole day, get some protein powder. Creatine. Creatine is like, I don't even need to explain to you why the fuck creatine is important. You should already know. Carbo. It's pretty much like this supplement that you put inside your drink whilst you work out, and you have carbohydrates inside your drink whilst you work out. Pretty important if you ask me. I brought it recently. And honestly, the workouts have been a lot better. Honestly. Magnesium. If you get cramps or want to increase your testosterone, magnesium is the way to go. I have 300 milligrams of magnesium and other stuff inside my like one supplement. I brought it from the pharmacy, and I think it's like it definitely does a huge difference because your sleep gets better, you don't get muscle cramps, and that's about it. What I know on magnesium, and it increases testosterone, but only if you take it like before sleep. And the way that I discovered magnesium gets rid of cramps was because I was in primary school and I had a PE teacher, which is actually the reason why I started working out, because he like inspired the whole class to start working out. Pretty much every break time we'll do push-ups. Like the whole class, there was like 6 guys in my class and 6 girls. I lived in a fucking village. But we all did push-ups like every break, and he inspired us to start going to the gym. And he told me that if you struggle with cramps, eat magnesium, and I will preach this to ever. And it actually works because whenever I start getting muscle cramps, I just consume magnesium and boom, it's done. Vitamin D, because vitamin D is the precursor to making testosterone, and chances are you're not getting enough vitamin D. I don't even want to explain how important vitamin D is, but yeah, you get the gist of things. The way muscle building actually works is by you keep the same form. Like imagine this scenario. You're doing bicep curls with a 12 kg dumbbell for 8 reps. Perfect strict form, right? Pitch perfect form. And then a year later, you can do the same form with 20 kg for 8 reps. The form hasn't changed, the weight has increased. So guess what the result is? Your muscles have gotten bigger. I recommend you stick to the 6 to 8 rep range because it's the easiest way to build muscle, right? There's not enough, like, with the 6 to 8 reps, if you do strict form, you won't injure yourself because there's enough, like, the weight's not heavy enough for you to injure yourself. And if you go above 8 reps, like, just, look, you get 6 reps, then next week you could get 7, then next week you could get 8, and then boom, you increase the weight, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. This is why I want you to track down in your notes or download a specific app that you can like put in how much weight you did. In the gym, I see like some of the older people get like a notebook. Let me show you. Like imagine they bring like this type of notebook to the gym and they just write down what they did. So they track their progress as well. Make sure you're actually doing this so you know when you progress. I spent like 2 years in the gym not writing down what weight I did. So I don't even know, like next week, I don't even know if I'm making progress or not because I don't know what weight I did. And I don't know what to aim for in my head, you know? But each week you want to increase the reps or the weight of the exercise that you did. So imagine this. Let's go back to this example. You did 14 kg bicep curls for 6 reps on both hands. Then next week, what are you gonna do? You're gonna grab the 14s and you're gonna do 6 reps, 7 reps, or 8 reps. Or are you gonna get an 18 kg or a 16 kg? Well, you're gonna get the 14 kg and do 7 reps, right? So you actually make 1 rep progress. You wanna do this. And that's why I want you to do the 6 to 8 rep range because you can make progress each week. And if you get to 8 reps, then you increase the weight and get to 6 reps on the other weight. And if you can't get to 6 reps on the other weight, then stick with the weight beforehand and get to 9 reps. And then, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. Make sure you train hard as fuck every single set. Don't leave any reps left. And muscle building is so painful. You know you're training hard enough when you look like you're squeezing out a massive shit. Like, look, I look like I'm fucking fighting for my life, and I was. And this is the phase you should leave, like, once you finish your set. You should be fighting for your life. This is me full stacking leg extensions. I have an Instagram reel, which is how hard you should train. And it's an example. And yes, I go to failure every single set, and it's what I recommend you to do. And I want you to keep this in mind. Building muscle is painful as fuck. Hypertrophy is painful. Making your muscles grow and challenging your brain to make your muscles adapt to a certain amount of weight is painful. You need to give 100% of yourself. You know? And a quick tip that I can give you. You know the muscle group that you're struggling with based on how much pain you experience in that muscle group. Like if your calves hurt like painfully, not like wrong form pain, but like muscle pain, and they hurt a lot more than going to failure on biceps, then you know you need to train your calves because your calves are lacking, right? For me, calves and abs hurt a shit ton when I go to failure on them. Because I don't have enough muscle there to like, I do have muscle there, but not like, you know what I mean? It's like not enough compared to the rest of my body. And from today, I want you to eat 10 eggs a day minimum. It will make your dick hard as fuck if you don't goon. You'll feel the difference. If you goon, you probably won't feel the difference. Because cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. Same with vitamin D. So if you consume vitamin D and cholesterol and magnesium, your testosterone will be boosted. I don't know how much points. Maybe by 100, maybe by 200, maybe by 300. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know how much testosterone you have. And you probably don't know either unless you've got it checked. And this was the progress that I made in 3 months. No, in 2 months, sorry. From eating 30 eggs per day and getting a gym bro, right? Insane progress, which is fucking amazing. And before your workouts, I want you to eat 5 to 6 medium bananas, right? Medium bananas is like 7 to 8 inches, I think. It's what I typed up on Google, and I just copy and pasted what it said. So pretty much, it's roughly 135 to 162 grams of carbs. And this is why I eat bananas before my workout. Because carbs are like, just give you enough energy to fuel your whole workout, you know? Protein is like what you eat to make your muscles grow because protein synthesis happens. And then carbs fill your muscle, make them more full. And they also give you enough energy to like work out, you know? The way I made insane progress is by getting a coach and actually locking in on my diet, which was by locking in on my macros. I don't track my calories, but I track my macros. I eat 220 grams of protein minimum each day and 350 grams of carbs each day minimum. I eat more because I like to eat, right? And I have enough nutrients for my muscles to grow and for me to fuel my workouts. But I want you to get into the habit of weighing your food. Like buy a scale of food and start weighing it. It's going to be so important what you do because you can actually lock in on your diet. Start cooking your own food because you can't really track what your mother cooked unless you ask her, but then she may lie. You know? You have no idea how much food you ate if your mother cooked it. You need to cook it yourself in order for you to know how much you're eating. And then you can know how much grams you put inside, right? This is what I did, and it's like what made me grow progress. I also have an Instagram reel on how I cook chicken and rice. My recipe for building muscle. If you want to check it out, you can. If you don't, cook your own rice, I guess. But yeah, if you are super fat, you want to cut, obviously. I'll go over how to lose the fat here. But if you're super fat, you want to cut, but still make sure you eat your protein. And if you are skinny fat, go on a bulk, but make sure you're still hitting your protein, right? Take progression photos. I would have, like, you'll be discouraged on your fitness journey because you didn't take any progress photos and you don't know if you're making progress. This is why I want you to take progress photos and why I want you to track your weights. If you're tracking your weights and you're doing the same form and you're getting stronger, your muscles are getting bigger. And you take a photo now, and 3 months later, you're going to see how much progress you really made. If you want to get even more progress and get locked in fully, you can message me on Instagram to get coached by me. But I will decide if I want to coach you. Maybe you're going to be a retard and I don't like speaking to you, then I don't want to coach you. I only want to coach someone that I want to coach, you know? How do you lose fat? Well, how the fuck does a dog lose fat, right? What do you think? Oh, my dog got fat. How do I make him lose weight? Oh, we feed him less and we move more. And that's the same thing you're going to do. You're going to hit your protein every single day, but eat a little bit less. And you're going to be inside on the treadmill walking every single day from Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, including lifting days. What does this mean? You hit push on Monday. After you finish push, you're going to go on the treadmill and walk on the incline. Make sense? Makes sense. Got a little bit distracted looking at the time because I wanted to see what time I'm going to the gym, but it's fine because I'm going to make it. But I wanted to say something. Even if you're bulking, you still want to go on the treadmill to lose fat. Cardio kills gains, is what a fucking retard would say. Cardio doesn't kill gains, it burns fat. Unless you're doing excessive amounts of cardio, then it can make your muscles be the source of energy if you're like running or something. But if you're walking on the treadmill, you're chilling, you're cushy. Rest is so important. Rest is the reason your muscles grow. I had a conversation with these two guys at the gym, and they said they took a week off at the gym, and all of a sudden, all of their lifts increased. And this is true. You want to know why? Mike Mensa preached this. Just because Mike Mensa preached this doesn't mean it's like 100% confirmed. But Mike Mensa went on Mr. Olympia, and he was jacked as fuck. So I think the guy knows what he's doing if he was on Mr. Olympia, you know? But rest is optimal as fuck because that's when your muscles grow and that's when your body produces testosterone and that's growth hormone and everything when you sleep. So the way you're going to maximize your sleep is by optimizing it. And you can also take an extra rest day throughout your whole week to make your muscles grow even more. But optimizing your sleep is the best way to grow. And I think, So the way you optimize your sleep is you don't eat any food 2 to 3 hours before you sleep. You don't use your phone an hour or two before you go to bed. The reason you don't use your phone an hour or two before you go to sleep is because like blue light goes into your eyes and then it's harder for you to fall asleep. Then the food, you don't eat it because your digestive system stops working. And if you want an extra bonus, don't eat anything 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. If you want to sleep even better, or 5 to 6, depends on how locked in you want to be and how much you want to optimize your sleep. But just because you're in bed for 8 hours doesn't mean you're sleeping 8 hours, right? The moment you get into bed, you don't fall asleep, do you? No. So like you shut your eyes and then like 15 minutes later, you fall asleep. And then you probably wake up in the middle of the night, you don't know it, and then you fall back asleep, wake up, repeat. That's why you're going to be in bed for 10 hours, not 8. And you're going to sleep for 8 hours. You probably won't even sleep for 8. You'll probably sleep for 7. But the way you're going to fucking lock in on your diet, lock in on your sleep is by downloading the sleep tracker, right? I downloaded it yesterday. I forgot to set it up. I was meant to, but I will set it up after I finish recording this video. So, yeah. That's how you're going to optimize your sleep to lock in. There was a study... Fuck, I want to stop recording because like, I'm not even... Whatever. Almost done. There was a study that girls find arms the most attractive. But I realized girls are stupid as fuck and they don't actually understand what arms is. So I sent a photo of my shoulder to a girl and she's like, oh my god, your arms are massive. So I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Whatever. But the way that you make your arms most attractive is by focusing on your bicep because your bicep is more attractive than your tricep. If you want to make your arms look attractive, like specifically arms as in after shoulders, because shoulders are very important. I'm luckily shoulder dominant physique, which is amazing. I am blessed genetically, amen. But your arms will get bigger if you train your tricep. Like obviously you're going to train your tricep, but focusing on your tricep, right? What I mean by focusing is by doing extra sets on your tricep so it grows more. If you focus on your tricep, then your arms will get bigger. But if you focus on your bicep, your arms will look more attractive. Your bicep is a lot more attractive. Look, if I cover my bicep, my arms look weird as fuck. But if I cover my tricep, my arms look fine, you know? Forearms are also important when it comes to looks, but they're not like 100% important. They're important when you're wearing a t-shirt and like covering yourself. That's the reason why neck is important. So because your neck is always shown. And there was a study that like, I'm sure you've seen the photo of the prisoner that got bailed out of jail. And I don't know if, on my Instagram, I have a reel showing it. It's fine. Like I show everything on my Instagram. These are the exercises that I do and what you should probably do as well. If you don't like them, then you don't have to do them, but that's what I do. So for neck, I do neck curls. I have a reel on my Instagram. For traps, I do barbell shrugs. For upper traps, I do barbell shrugs. And I specifically pick a close grip because when you pick a close grip, like not like this close, but like shoulder width apart, and you do shrugs, it actually works the back of your neck as well, which is fucking insanely important to make your neck bigger because you do neck curls by targeting the front of your neck, and then you do barbell shrugs by targeting the back of your neck. You know, for upper chest, I like to do low to high cable flies. That's how I feel the upper chest the most. And right now, I don't like pressing because I got bored of doing bench press and just pressing and dumbbell flies, whatever. I like to do pec deck and low to high cable flies. For the side of your delt, you do lateral raises. That's what I do, and that's what I love to do. I prefer to do dumbbells rather than cables, but like I said, just like whatever you prefer to do. I'm not even going to explain this because you can fucking read it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh shit. By the way, abs will only show once you get lean. Like no matter how much you train your abs, they won't show unless you're lean. But if you don't train your abs and you get lean, there's going to be a big problem. Your abs are going to look fucking pathetic and sad and wimpy. That's why you want to train them. And the way that I train them is by sticking to one exercise for my abs. Well, I actually do two. I do cable crunches, standing up, so I feel my abs, and also do decline sit-ups. So yeah, when it comes to cooking, use butter. It has a lot of cholesterol in, and cholesterol and vitamin D are the precursor to making testosterone. Don't be eating processed, like, you know how important it is to have high testosterone, and you don't want to fuck up your testosterone by eating seed oils. I'm sure you already know this, but a fucking cool tip that I can give you is, you know, you're saving your health because you're eating seed oils, but you're making your health worse by keeping your phone inside your pockets, like your trouser pockets, like here. Because radiation comes off your phone. You can change your phone from 5G to 4G, which will decrease the amount of radiation that's coming out of your phone, which is what I did. Well, I don't even have fucking 5G on my phone because I have an old phone, but it is what it is. And then if you are using polyester underwear, like the plastic feeling underwear, you're a fucking retard. Don't be using that shit. Use real cotton underwear. And also, don't be eating like made-for-you chicken ready in the shop. Like it's already seasoned, it's in plastic, and it has like sauce inside it. It's so unhealthy for you. There's so much processed shit in there. Just don't eat it. When it comes to lifting weights, you are going to want to control the negative. What does this mean? Like doing a bicep curl, going up is way more fun than controlling down. But when you go down, it actually builds you more muscle, which is weird, right? Like, ooh, this is fun, but then controlling it down is way more important. And you also get more gains from doing that. And it's also what I see beginners in the gym do. They don't control the weight. They just... And it's what I told my gym bro that I'm working out with today. Like, start controlling your weight. Don't be using too much weight where you can't control it, but just do it, you know? You want to have perfect form. I used to go many years in the gym. Okay, maybe not... Yeah. Just ego lifting. Not controlling the weight and just pushing the weight up. Not controlling the form. And when you learn the correct technique and the correct form for the exercise, and you actually increase your weight and progress on it, that's when you're actually going to grow seriously. So yeah, you also want to train your legs. What the fuck? Why do I want to train your legs? Well, it's because when you train your legs get bigger. They're like 60%. Your legs create 60% of your whole body. And if you only train your upper body, there will become a point where you stop progressing in your upper body because you're not training legs. But if you only train legs and you don't train your upper body will grow, which is weird, right? There was this study that like longevity and like the way that you live all depends on like your leg strength. If your legs are weak, then you won't survive longer, which is weird. That's how important legs are. But pretty much your legs are important. You don't want to have fucking skinny legs and an upper body, which is the Y taper. That's like disgusting. But you want to train your legs. Like, you don't have to do fucking barbell squats and shit. Like, go very heavy and strong like a power lifter. I don't even do them. I do hack squats. I like to do hack squats. Then I do leg extensions. Then I do some hamstring curls. And then I do hip abductors to make my glutes grow. And maybe some hip thrust, depending on like what I want to do. But I actually train my legs. Because legs are important, they like make you boost your testosterone. They make your whole body look bigger. Obviously, you don't want to get your legs way too big, but before you get your legs way too big, you're going to be training them consistently for 3 years, you know? So, yeah, let's go into the meals. Before you work out, you want to have a high carb and high protein food with low fats, because when you have low fats, like your body, it's harder for your body to digest. The way that you can do this is by eating cereal before your workouts. Ones with high carbs, or you can, and low fat, or you can eat like oatmeal, right? Oatmeal, berries, fruits, some protein powder inside your oatmeal, and then you eat it. It's got high carbs and it's going to fuel your workout. Me personally, I eat chicken and rice, and then I eat 5 to 6 bananas before the gym. And I also have carbohydrates, like supplement that I put inside my drink, which gives me enough fucking carbs and protein to like go throughout my day. And then after you finish your working out, you want to have the exact same meal. So a cheat code that you can do is cook your food and then split it into 2 portions. Eat this before you work out, and then bring it to the gym with you. And then as soon as you finish working out, eat the food at the gym, you know? And then while you're working out, you can either have like a sugary drink, like an energy drink, or like an energy drink, or like a sports drink, I think it's called. Or you can just have like, a sugary fast, like, fuck! Sorry, I'm so brain fogged right now. It's probably because I started overeating on carbs, but it's fine because muscles are important. But sugary drink like apple juice, orange juice, this has a lot of sugar and carbs, so it's fine. But yeah, this is like the end of the video. I have 3 slides left, but the link in the description is to my course. You see how detailed this video was? I personally think it was amazing. But this video took me an hour to make. Not recording, just making this whole presentation, right? The course will take me a minimum of 10 hours. And it's going to be so much more detailed. Like, I'm going to explain everything way more. Because I just want to make money from it, you know? And help other people even more. But imagine how much more detailed it will be. If this took me an hour to make, the course will be so much more detailed. If it'll take me 10 hours to make minimum, it will probably take me longer. If you want to get coached by me, there's 2 spots left that I'm accepting. It's on Instagram. Oh, I think my password just came. No, it didn't. But I have 2 spots left on Instagram that you can join and you can get coached by me. Just DM me on Instagram. It's Bartek Brown. It's also the link in the description. And I have 7 spots left inside my course, $49 that you can join before I increase the price to $100. So yeah, get jacked and peace.